Yes, we are. Yes, we're rolling. We are in not the basement.
In not the basement.
We are not in the basement. We are in Broovies.
Cinema Pub?
Cinema Pub in Salt Lake City. And thank you for letting us set up our gear and stuff here, guys.
I'll be naked soon.
Broovies.
Very good, eh?
I had to come back and get my car here anyway.
I was in my car in the parking lot.
You know, the best part about Broovies is most people think, oh, it's a movie theater where you can get some booze.
Mm-hmm.
But for most of the
that
panels,
is the best part.
how long was it before we realized they actually had movie theaters here? Because we just get here and shit-faced.
Yeah, I get housed.
Yeah.
I just like the dark room that they have that I can sleep it off in.
I have slept on every single pool table here.
I'm not sure it's a safe neighborhood, though, because somebody broke into Jimmy's car and stole his mustache.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, thank God.
What's our favorite word for being drunk? I just heard housed, shit-faced. Do we have any others?
Snockered. I like snockered.
Snockered's a good one.
Snockered.
Plowed.
I heard
Plowed.
snookered.
Oh, plowed.
Snookered is great because it implies a little Old English.
Yeah.
I'm trying to bring back faced.
Faced? Yeah, dude, I totally
I
got
was
faced.
faced.
Oh, I forgot to bring it.
You were faced.
Yeah.
My wife got me a reproduction of a 1800s bartending guide, and it's actual reproduction. It's
An 1800 bartending guy?
1800. Yeah, it's a bartending guy. He's got Jimmy's mustache
Oh,
and
there
a
you
straw
go.
hat.
Hey, how's it going?
Hi, how you doing there? I'll say here to see a talkie.
You know, if it's 1800s, wouldn't it be like Old West?
No, it's like late 1800s, early 1900s. So it's got
okay.
and it breaks down the history of all the drinks, and some of these are considered deceased drinks. They don't exist anymore.
Let's bring them back.
Well, they're probably terrible.
Yeah, well, or
Some of
too
them
many people
sound
got
amazing.
shot. Too many people got shot drinking them.
Well, and then there's the fact that some of them do need raw, actual uranium.
Well,
They used to say drunk as a boiled owl back then. I kid you not. I read that in a book.
drunk as a what?
Drunk as a boiled owl.
A boiled owl.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I'm as
that's
drunk as a boiled owl, you see.
Well, that's awfully drunk there, mister.
It's how drunk we were on the last shows.
I've
Sorry.
been out tenant picking.
Yeah. All right.
Don't be sorry for that.
Let's. It was. I don't know.
It was magic.
I haven't listened yet, so I don't know if it was entertaining, if it was magic, or just sad.
I listened to the second episode and got about 20 minutes in before I was wheezing. It's hilarious.
I think we called you a sun god at one point.
I'll take your word for it.
Well, yeah.
He is raw.
I was
All right.
casting shafts of light.
Let's thank our sponsors before it gets too far. I want to thank Dan the Laptop Man.
Thank
PC
you, Dan the Laptop Man.
Laptops. The man rules.
That guy's a badass.
He is. Go to PCLaptops.com. Have you seen him lately?
Oh, yeah, we had lunch with him.
He
He's
frightens
yoked.
me.
He's yoked, bro.
He's yoked.
I don't know if Dan got his Grimley, though. He ordered a Grimley, and we mailed it to him.
He was very excited. I talked to him when we saw Tron, and he was very excited about it.
Yeah, because we're going to release a whole series of pictures of Dan the Laptop Man versus Freddy Krueger, Dan the Laptop Man versus just about every movie monster we've made with Grimleys. So it should be
Is
fun.
the picture always Dan's foot on their chest?
No, it's mostly Dan.
Fist raised in the air.
It should be.
Doing the Dan face.
So, yes, Dan Young, PCLaptops.com. He can debug your computers. Take them in. He'll screen them and say, "You've got a bit of a bug there, mate." He's British. I don't know if you knew that.
He is.
Dan is British.
He usually
I-
hides the accent.
Yeah, and here I thought from your accent he was Australian.
He's Australian.
That's
I
right.
meant to say,
Down under.
Who lives in England?
He actually screamed
He's
a virus
from-
off of my computer. I
he's-
brought it in, and he's just like, "Rah!" And it just,
his father is from New Zealand,
Really?
and his mother is from Australia, but he was raised in Britain.
but he was,
What?
but he was
Really?
bit. He was
You're
bit
making
by a
this
bear
up.
when he was a baby, and so every full moon he turns into a bear man.
I did not know that.
Are you telling the truth?
He killed him a bar when he was only 3.
Wait,
With his pinky.
really?
That's true. All true about Dan the Laptop. Yep.
I always like to say he's built for tough.
When he was
Yes.
6, his kindergarten class, they went to the Museum of Natural History, and all the children were pinned underneath the school bus. And somehow, just being that close to all of those ancient dinosaurs gave him the power of a T-Rex, and he lifted the bus off of the whole school.
Oh, and here's the story I heard, that a dingo ate him as a baby and that he tore his way out.
Yeah.
Yep. And I remember that lady saying, "Oh, what dingo ate that baby?"
All
And-
true. All true
Really?
about Dan Young.
Yep.
Dan the
I'm
Laptop.
making a
Interesting
movie
guy.
about him.
He is quite a fellow.
Oh, he found out what happened at the Alamo, and he got so pissed off he traveled back in time and simultaneously fought for the Americans and Santa Ana just to balance the.
Wow. Weird.
Yeah.
We love him.
Go to PCLaptops.com, find a location near you, and buy your stuff from him because he rules.
Because if he can do all that shit, imagine what he can do with your computer.
The weird thing is, this is going to get stupider.
Jesus. How nice.
This podcast recorded on a computer.
That's a new one, isn't it?
From Dan Young. Yeah, it is the new one.
Ooh,
It's the new hotness.
It's spiffy.
If I lick it, my tongue's going to get stuck to it because it's that cool.
Also want to thank our enabler, our provider, He's the dealer. He sells to us hopeless, worthless comic book and stuff junkies. I want to thank Dr. Volt's Comic Connection.
I spent $30 on a pen there for my wife for Christmas.
On a pen?
On a
Oh,
pen.
the
Was it a
Doctor
sonic
Who.
screwdriver?
The Doctor Who sonic
Yeah.
screwdriver pen.
Yeah, and that got you some.
And I just looked at him and I went, God damn it, Dan.
Dave.
Dave. I was like,
Dave.
damn it. Damn you to hell.
He's
And
like,
he
my
said,
name's
"Who's
Dave.
Dan?"
Call me Dave. Geek Show says hi.
I had a bottle of Goldschlager in my hand, so he knew what was going on.
Don't mess with a man with foil in his liquor.
Shannon's outside
I
again
was
with
just
his booze and
chugging
his
it.
pants off.
That's what I do on Christmas time,
He
okay?
had
how I
Goldschlager in
roll.
one hand and Braunschweiger in the other. What are you doing with that sausage?
We make our own tin Schlager.
Ugh.
It's out of
The best thing
foil.
about that is the way you feel the next morning.
What, like
After
you have
you
shards of metal
Drink
in
a
your
whole
stomach?
bottle of
Schlagered.
Goldschlager.
You feel schlagered.
You feel schlagered.
Are we
A
putting
little
that
bit of a
in
headache you'll
lexicon?
get.
Yeah, sure.
I got schlagered.
Anyway, Dr. Volt's Comic Connection. Get a hold there. It's absolutely free. He lets you read the comic books in the store. How about that?
And he doesn't hate children.
Exactly.
Or scream at them.
He
I
knows.
do. I hate children.
He knows that he needs to get them hooked young. The first one is always free and has a large selection of kids' comics. Right low to the ground.
And
Go
sometimes they're on
figure.
clearance. I got some the Shazam family comics. They were on discount, and they were
The
great.
Shazam family?
Shazam!
Yeah.
There's a whole family.
Mr. and Mrs. Shazam?
There's
No.
actually like a Grandpa Shazam.
Yep.
There is.
He had a problem with ED.
Oh, scratchy.
And
He'd have to yell
talking
Shazam just to
tiger
get it up.
Shazam.
Okay,
And
now
there's a
it's,
rabbit Shazam.
now it's getting out of control.
Yeah,
Almost as bad as that Green Lantern stuff.
that squirrel.
I mean, you got a squirrel Green
No,
Lantern.
shut up.
Oh,
Don't talk that way about Chip.
Jesus.
Brought
How
my
do you say
number
it?
2 yellow
Chip.
pencil.
Yep. Okay. Where do we begin? Let's
don't know.
introduce the panel.
Let's start at the
Okay.
beginning.
Do we
Oh, yeah.
begin?
Let's start down at this end. Jeff Weiss, film critic for The World.
Everything.
The World's
Yes,
film
yes.
critic.
And a contributing writer at MSN Entertainment. My contract actually began
Yay!
over the weekend.
Sweet.
And I have two really exciting stories coming up. One talking about the 10 lamest television superheroes. And
Like
The cape.
Is it, it's not too late to
That's-
add the cape.
that's the jumping off point. And another on the 10 most unlikely film superheroes, which jumps off of Green Hornet.
Okay.
Ah.
January 9th and 14th,
What's your
respectively.
power? I got a cape.
Also, together with my sidekick,
Jimmy Martin, ladies and gentlemen, from Slug Magazine, film critic.
actually my reviewing partner.
Yes.
Yes.
And
James Mott.
life partner.
Hello.
The big movie
Slugmag.com.
Mouth Moth.
Big Booty
Mouth
Mouth
Mouth Moth.
Mouth Moth.
And so it began.
The Mouth Moth.
Yeah.
Grand Mouth Moth Tarkin.
The Mouth Moth was actually a villain that didn't make a cut for Jeff's list.
It's
Sorry.
true. It's true.
Slugmag.com and, of course, YouTube and cable TV sensation.
Yes.
He asked.
Yeah.
All right. Yes. Big movie mouth off. Scott Pierce,
Hey, Scott.
TV
Hi.
critic for the Salt Lake Tribune.
Yes, this fine newspaper.
Let me just say that one more time. The Salt Lake Tribune.
Doesn't it still sound just a little odd?
No.
But
It-
it
a little.
makes me happy.
But are you more relaxed there? Are you a little more happy there?
Yeah.
Your
Then-
sarcasm is coming through. On
I
your
noticed
articles
I
now.
have a. I don't have my same reputation because I'm happy and I smile and
And you're sarcastic. Your
We had a-
articles are fun to
we
read.
had, we
Yes.
had a meeting the other day, not for anything terribly important, but a staff meeting, and as we walked away from that staff meeting, I said, "Oh, this is weird because the last time I went to something like this, I got fired."
It's nice too because
And I wish I was kidding, but honest to God, as we walked down to this meeting, my heart was beating a little bit harder.
I will say Scott and I's alone time at night. It's a lot more.
Is it more quality now?
Gentle,
Well, it's
not
just
quite
there's
as
not that
angry.
like
The tension's
cloud
not there.
over it.
It's honest.
It's nicer.
I've answered emails and everything.
It's honest. It's giving.
I mean, we laugh at dinner and it's nice.
You feel like you have good communication.
Uh-huh.
That's good.
But
That's
I
When
would
you
not
touch, you really
lick.
feel he's there.
I would not lick the sauce off his face. There's
I love
just-
you,
Oh.
Scott.
Is it still there?
I love you.
I think he got
No,
it off.
honestly, Scott,
On
I've been
that
in.
side there?
Is it still there?
I think it's still there.
No, it's gone.
I enjoyed your articles with the Voldemort news, but your Tribune articles have been fun. You've got some sarcasm.
Your
and
true
some
wit
pep.
is coming out. Yes,
It is a little different because I don't have to back into things anymore. I mean, I got a lot of stuff in the other page.
Sorry, you cut your close friend Shannon off.
I might have something to say about that, sir.
A rump?
I got a lot of stuff in that other place, in that other paper for 20 years, but kind of had to back into some of it. Shut up.
I heard as an
don't have to do
organization
that
they were
anymore.
against back ending.
Getting stuff stuffed into stuff.
I heard that's one of the 7 values, but I don't know.
As long as you don't look each other in the eyes.
And,
You made the thing fall.
and
down.
here is the light of Scott's life.
The wind beneath his wings.
The man who will back him up.
The apple of his eye.
Yeah, my name's
Shannon,
Shannon. I participate in this.
you are a participant on the Geek Show podcast.
That's what we used to call the autistic people at the group home I worked at.
Participant.
I participate. Everybody else reviews and does stuff. And some guy named Shannon participates.
He participates.
That's the best review I ever wrote.
You wrote that. Lee George Cade, artist. Hi. Toy maker to the king.
Jeez Louise. Yeah, we had a scary month at Grimley's, and thank you so much, everybody, for making
Making it scary.
No, it was like the coolest scary ever. We were so busy that, seriously, we made our last delivery the day before Christmas. And working 12-hour days painting and then doing my day job that may not have to be a day job for too much longer. It's really cool. So you can see us. We get to show off all of the custom stuff that we made at grimleys.com. That's GRIMMLEIGHS.com. Because we couldn't show it off before. And also, you can find me on World of Warcraft on the Draktherin server.
Are you going to
You're
review
back on the
that
drug,
today?
huh?
Do you have a special name?
Yeah,
there?
the character's name is Magrat. Our guild is the Lords of the GSPC.
There you
So
go.
yeah, we'll talk geek
You're
shit.
back on
Well,
the juice.
the juice is tasty.
What, were we just talking because I dozed off there
It
for
was
a minute?
a
The world
gaming thing.
Well,
It was-
thank you.
Carrie
Lee's going to review it later.
Carrie Jackson.
Oh, hi. How you
Hey,
doing?
hey, what about Triple T over there?
Triple T, producer.
Hey.
Present.
Ed Dunn.
Hey,
A
He
participating producer.
That's right.
Listens to the show and goes, "Hey, shitheads."
you're being
know,
insensitive.
Hey, drunkie.
Oh, the Braille comment's just as funny listening back as it is being drunk as hell and being informed
Oh boy.
firsthand.
Kind of
So thank you.
Kind of an embarrassing moment, but
I do what I can.
Yes.
I'm
Good
glad
stuff.
you're the designated driver of this show.
Oh, and the shirt you got me, the definitely not made in China shirt.
Yeah.
Big hit at the punk rock craft show. So thank you.
You're welcome.
Made a huge impression.
Cruncher was made in China.
Do you want to
Oh, that's right.
introduce Cruncher
Oh,
to
our
everyone
newest- our
before
newest,
we?
yeah.
The new participant.
He also participates in the Geek Show. This is Shannon's Christmas present. Cruncher the dinosaur. He
Who
has
gave this to you?
his very own pet
My
dinosaur.
wife.
Oh, that woman
Like it.
I'm jealous of.
Crank up Cruncher there, would you?
Oh, there he is. He likes to be pet. Pet. Yeah,
Sounds like Scott.
he really does. Listen. Oh, he's very upset. Anyway, he's a robot dinosaur, and I love him. And
He's your best friend.
my wife bought him for me, but I'm going to leave her for him.
Has he been to this? Has he been to the strip club like all your other talking toys?
Oh my
Ooh.
God. He would be quite a hit at the strip club.
You put him on attack mode, it'll be pretty good.
The girls will love him.
I think he'll get a stiletto right through his head.
And
Cruncher, you tart.
speaking of killing again,
Yeah.
New Superman movie news?
no, the Spider-Man musical continues its reign of
Yes.
its reign of terror.
Reign of Terror.
This,
Somebody else.
this is
falls
actually
and
going to
dies.
destroy Broadway because it's so expensive and they can't show the damn thing. Stop
Broadway-
arguing. Don't you
But the
fucking
good news-
argue with me.
The good news is that the actor will walk again.
Yes.
And I'm not making that up.
Broadway really is up in arms about this.
Keeps looking at
Well,
me.
they should be. They're killing all their Broadway dudes.
Well, all the
no, don't feed him juice.
no, he won't play with you.
He'll get sick and he'll die.
He will get sick. Don't give him beer.
Okay.
Anyway, so these are tweets that have been
Okay.
sent out by Broadway actors, actresses, and directors and writers. Mm-hmm. They are very upset about the Spider-Man show. The fact that it's still going forward.
Okay, such as?
Well,
Rent star Adam Pascal
Okay.
Oh, he was in Rent. What does he know?
on his Facebook says they should put Julie Taymor in jail for assault. That's the director.
Hey, the stuntman knew the risks.
I hope that the actor Christopher Tierney is okay and sues the shit out of Julie, Bono, The Edge, and every other asshole who invested in that steaming pile of actor-crippling shit.
Don't mince any
So-
words.
Come on, you gotta love suing Bono and The Edge.
Over, other than having his chance for everybody to read his blog, what's in it for this guy?
He's trying to protect our precious, precious actors.
They're all
right?
part of the union. It's not like he's doing good. The coverage.
Tony-winning actress Alice Ripley wrote, "Does someone have to die? Where is the line for the decision makers? I am curious. Spider-Man should be ashamed of itself."
Because it's a fake character, right?
Yeah.
This is completely unacceptable and embarrassing to working actors everywhere.
Who couldn't get roles.
sorry. Go back to your starring role in Shrek.
Yeah.
Stupid.
9 to 5 actor Mark Kudich wrote on
Oh,
Facebook,
9 to 5.
the musical.
Yeah.
I wish employment for all my friends, but I wish them safety and security in their employment even more.
These guys are really going to be crying when my Planet of the Apes musical goes live because those motherfuckers were using live rounds.
Yes,
Live
but
rounds,
I
right.
think not. Well, of course, I'll take the other side just for fun. But if this was a single incident, but this is a recurring problem. And
Yeah.
if this were anything other than a Broadway show, OSHA would be in there and shut them down.
I saw the 60 Minutes stuff, and frankly, they all deserve to die for being involved. There's a scene where the dude in his Peter Parker outfit's like, I can't handle being Spider-Man. There's 20 dancing Spider-Mans behind him. It's
Yeah,
just
we
like,
saw
this
it here. It was awesome.
so
See,
lame.
this is the things that everyone's talking about how dangerous this play is. Listen, even if it was going off without a hitch, it would still be the biggest bomb on Broadway.
Right.
Because it's
awful, apparently.
and because its target demo doesn't give a fuck.
See, I
Yes.
Any of us want to see this shit?
And where,
I do.
Where are the tweets of concern from people whose ears are bleeding after hearing those goddamned Edge and Bono songs?
There you go.
But here's
Whatever,
the thing, though. I think it's
hater.
going to be successful now because people are going to buy seats to watch somebody die on stage.
Well,
It'll be like NASCAR.
Oh,
exactly.
we're worse than the Romans.
well, I'm
You
thinking,
know, actually, if there's a chance that I could see somebody fall 60 feet and just land on his back in the middle of the audience,
God,
I think I'd
ew.
pay that.
Yeah.
well, it just means that my musical's finally, I really think I can get it put on Broadway.
What's that?
Because I didn't think it was possible, but now you can kill your actors
Yeah.
and everything. Holy shit, I'm on fire, the musical. And I'm almost done. I'm doing my last revisions on it, and I think it's going to go.
You're adding more fire, aren't
More
you?
fire.
Yeah.
More fire.
Holy shit, I'm on
fire. I don't want to be on fire,
I'm falling and I'm on fire.
but I must be on fire.
I am extinguished.
So,
I am the fire.
oh my God, Shannon.
Huh?
So did you sign up Twisted Sister to do the songbook for it?
Yeah, I did. D. Snyder wrote all the music.
White Snake's doing all the intermission music.
I hear David Hasselhoff is free for starring role.
No, have you heard his music?
I hear that he called himself the Elvis of Germany.
He is
I had
the
to-
German Elvis.
I think
German
I
Elvis,
saw
yes,
I saw a movie with he had a brief cameo in this Craig Ferguson movie that I didn't know existed before Netflix introduced me to it the other night, and it was before I think the Hoff went crazy.
Yeah.
because he seemed a little lucid.
I had to listen to a whole David Hasselhoff song.
I got to
the other
watch
day
his
for
video.
Pub quiz.
One whole one?
Yeah, and it was it was
Sorry.
just I spent 99 cents. So David Hasselhoff made 99 cents last week.
He could buy himself a cheeseburger.
Come on and jump in my car.
Now, there are people about this play that feel the same way that Lee does.
Okay.
Those are my people.
Despite 4 injuries and multiple canceled shows, Patrick Page, who plays the Green Goblin, reasons that accidents happen on every show.
Oh, sure.
I actually conceived a kid on a Broadway play.
He's in as good a spirits as he can be. They're talking about the guy who was injured.
He's on a glider.
Right, the guys and dolls, people falling off their stunt rigs.
He's a dancer. He landed on his feet. If he didn't land on his feet, he wouldn't be with us. If he didn't land on his feet, he wouldn't be with us. Doesn't that mean that the play is dangerous?
Yes.
Sure.
Isn't that what he's
That it was a
saying?
close call is what he's saying.
Yes. He has a strong body and an amazing attitude.
Addie's a good kisser.
New York State Department of Labor still investigating the incident, announced Wednesday that it will allow the show to go on. They cannot legally keep the show off the stage.
I wish somebody
they can,
could.
But they can rule that certain stunts cannot be performed, and they've killed 38 of them.
30. What?
38? So anything vaguely interesting about that is gone.
It's gone.
You know what would
He
make
won't
this,
launch into the air, he'll just walk.
You know, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Everybody, we've got, what, 45 listeners?
Yeah, maybe.
Yes.
Okay, and by 45, I mean 1,000.
Yeah.
Everybody send $10 to my PayPal account. I'm going to fund a spider serum research project.
Oh, good.
We're going to make a real Spider-Man. We're going to teach him how to sing, and he's going to be able to do all the stunts without wires and without getting hurt.
I love the idea, like in the play now, since he can't swing around, like he has to take a cab to the fight.
I'll get you, Green Goblin. Exact fair only.
I don't know.
I hope it's not played by a black
I
actor.
don't have change.
Whoa, you racist?
Hey, it's a New York cab. I've been in New York.
Well, it'd be an Indian, wouldn't it?
Oh, just
Be a guy with a towel on his head.
Wow.
What?
What's happening to the show?
shoo! You guys are
Like
Hey,
that-
I saw The Wiz the other day on Blu-ray, and I saw those cab drivers.
I'm sorry you heard that, Cruncher.
Like that's not true, right? Right?
I have
That's
friends in
true.
New York.
Those are
I
called.
know how they do it out there. It's horrible.
Well,
Anyway,
sometimes your
so-
hair's still wet after the shower.
Exactly. It's one of those.
You got long hair. You got to wrap it up.
Yes. Don't want to go out wet. You
I
get
s-
a cold.
Right, and this time of year in New York, it's dangerous.
So there's that.
There's that.
I do have some Superman stuff.
Oh, good.
I hear they're not going to be able to do the Superman musical.
There was a Superman.
There was.
Off the planet I wanna
saw
get
the
off.
YouTube.
Was it Nick Cage again?
With the power
Oh,
of your
God.
yellow sun.
Have you seen those pictures of him?
of the
bad.
suit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I
like
kinda-
made
It looked like one of those Eye of the Storms. You remember those with balls where you put your hands
It's like
on
it's
it?
made
they're
out of
like-
abalone.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous looking.
like just baloney.
God, I'm so
Go
glad
on,
that didn't happen.
Almost happened.
Yeah, go on YouTube and look for the Tim Burton Superman costume.
You know what? You know what kind of killed it
And,
is Kevin Smith didn't write the screenplay for it until the day it was due. He's admitted this, that he had this huge advance and he had something like 90 days to put together a spec for Tim Burton's Superman. And when he finally turned it in, he had this, as he put it, great showdown between a dinosaur and Crypto outside the Fortress of Solitude. And other than that, he just kind of faked it.
Crypto was going to be in it?
Yeah, he had Crypto in it. Crypto was the guardian of the Fortress of Solitude.
So awesome.
And he said, he's been a huge Superman fan, so he kind of knew what he was doing. So he was able to just hammer out this 120-page script in a day. But
I heard in the Superman musical that Krypton blew up and killed half the crew.
well, it's a problem because Julie Taymor's involved, and she really blows up. She blows up a real
up a real
planet.
planet.
Yeah, the beginning of every show.
Don't look at me
Realism.
that way, Scott Pierce.
I think the real problem is that they're not they're hiring dancers to do this and not acrobats or stuntmen.
Well, because Cirque du Soleil does more
Oh.
dangerous shit than this every
Exactly.
day. And they did consult Cirque du Soleil for most of this stuff. But they should be using real crazed French-Canadian acrobats.
Exactly.
Because those guys can do anything. I mean, they fuck monkeys on poles every Saturday.
What?
So
But is
The
it
hell?
not?
They do.
I mean, don't they
That's-
have any responsibility not to be in a show that they think is dangerous? They're adults.
they're
They
coming
make
to
their
do
own
it.
decisions.
It's just like us here at Geek Show. We could get killed anytime.
At
we,
any
we
moment.
show up.
Scott's already stabbed me twice.
Yeah.
I'm
I know
trying
as-
to get killed.
As we perform our own acrobatic show, the Jerk du Soleil.
Jerk du Soleil, it's dangerous as hell.
I mean, it's almost as dangerous as being a fat American and going to buffets. I mean, now that Al Qaeda has read something from the Mooney Handbook.
Yeah. Anyway, back to the Superman movie. We think we know what direction it's going to take.
No, that's
Up,
Okay.
up and away.
good one. Up here, buddy. Up here. Ow, come on.
Come on. Well, that was kind of
It's called
That was dainty.
not
That was
very
a weak high
enthusiastic.
five.
Dainty.
Who has read the Superman Secret Origin miniseries?
Which one? There's so many.
Guess if I have or not.
I have.
No.
There you go.
You
I have.
You
I have to.
Yeah.
What'd you think of it?
It was the umpteenth rehashing of Superman's origin.
And nothing special?
No, I mean,
They
it's,
added a more modern bent to it.
yeah, and then
Cause
they
see-
made him and Lex friends.
See, I thought the one that you loaned me was really good. That was what? What was that? Earth One. Earth
Oh
One.
yeah, yeah.
It
That
was
one I
good.
really liked. Well, here's how we've gotten the idea that this is going on. The collected edition Superman Secret Origin miniseries debuted a few weeks ago. Includes a foreword by David Goyer.
Goya.
There's one portion of it particular that the fans are interested in. Goyer expresses his admiration for Jeff Johns, the author, and reveals the impact this series version of Clark Kent had on him. Here's what he wrote. He says, a member of the comic book community offered some insight. Okay. The part that he's talking about specifically is where Superman, a heartbreaking moment, halfway through the first chapter, young Clark is told the truth about his heritage, races out into the night, sobbing and stumbling through the cornfields like
Wait a minute.
do.
He's sad to find out he has
Yeah,
superpowers.
this
Yeah.
always happens in movies and
it's
comic
so
books and
sad.
shit.
I don't want to have superpowers.
I just want to be normal.
That's why in Marvel Comics they're like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, let's do this.
I'm a superhero.
That would be cool.
Anyway, eventually, Jonathan Kent, his foster father, finds him. And Clark says, I don't want to be someone else. I don't want to be different. I want to be Clark Kent. I want to be your son. And that's where Jeff contextualized Superman in a way that David Goyer says, I'm not sure has ever really been done before. I had an aha experience when I read that.
I like Clark Kent as a whiny bitch.
For the first time, I was able to grasp how lonely Clark must have been when he was growing up and what a sacrifice Clark must continually make by being Superman.
Wouldn't you get that for listening to that stupid Five for Fighting song?
Or
That pretty much sums it up.
Or by watching Smallville and seeing what a whiny bitch he is on that show. And by the way, Shannon and I should mention this about Secret Origin, drawn by Gary Frank, and Superman and Clark Kent look like Christopher Reeve. So unless you're going to get Christopher Reeve to play Superman, move on.
I could do it.
Isn't Tom Welling
it was
about
pretty
40
good, but
now?
Yeah.
It was pretty good, but I wouldn't say it was groundbreaking.
No.
It was the same story. That you know what I mean?
He goes on to say, as I write this in the foreword, I'm midway through my first draft of the new Superman screenplay. It's a task that has stymied many talented filmmakers and blah, blah, blah. But I've got one advantage that the screenwriters who came before me didn't have. Access
computer.
to this wonderful Superman story by Jeff Johns.
Well, there you go. I still think they should make
David
the other
Goyer
one.
do that TV show last season?
What hasn't?
Flash Forward?
Yes, what hasn't David Goyer written? I mean, admittedly, he is credited with writing Nolan's Batman movies, but he also wrote the Blade movies and several other shitburgers.
I liked the Blade movies.
Did you call them shitburgers?
The first two.
He directed the third one.
Yeah, the third one wasn't very good.
No.
Although Triple H's vampire Yorkie was pretty awesome.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
They should make a movie about that vampire Yorkie.
And Triple H.
Yeah.
And they could just wander around eating people.
Solving crimes.
Can we get that? Oh, that'd be great.
He could be a lawyer.
Yeah!
Let's start writing it.
Do it.
Up here.
Make
That's
it a
how you
musical.
do that.
Make it a musical.
Yeah, but I'm a little uncomfortable with
Triple
this
H
whole
can't sing.
Oh, well.
He can emote like a motherfucker, though.
Well, maybe he's the one person in the cast that doesn't sing, and that makes it different. Your star doesn't sing in a musical.
Maybe the dog could sing for him.
He's confused by everybody else singing.
Yeah. Why are you all singing? I'm going to flex.
Music by Motorhead.
Yes. The question is, why are you not singing? Triple A.
I don't know, vampire dog. Oh, damn, I sang.
All right. All right, we're going to take a break here. And we'll be back with some
More
fan
news.
mail.
Fan mail?
good.
You
want
sure
some
it's
fan
fan
mail?
mail?
Really?
And some more stuff from Bruins.
We'll be back with stuff.
Geek Show.
Geek Show. That's what we'll be back with.
After
These messages, we'll be right back.